All right, we are live. So we're currently going over the severe weather that is coming to California this afternoon. There already is some down over here near Fresno. I hope that's how you say it. I don't know a lot about California, but we currently do have a special weather statement on the storm right over here for 40-mile-per-hour winds and half-inch hail. On this storm up here, also for 40-mile-per-hour winds and half-inch hail. And then up here is where our main risk area is, right over here from Sacramento all the way up to around Redding. We currently have a long special weather statement up here for 40-mile-per-hour winds and pea-size hail. So, hello everybody in the chat. I'm just getting the models up real quick as I just posted a video. If you haven't seen that yet, it's only 2 minutes. I'd go watch it right now and then come back because I currently got to look at the models, see whenever this is gonna start ramping up a lot. We did have a severe thunderstorm earlier. It was with this cell down here. I think it was around the Tulare area, if that's how you say it. But yeah, let me pull up the models real quick and we can just play this real quick and see what's been happening in the warning area. So if I do bring this over here, we do have a mesoscale discussion right over here. So it looks like this is for the warning area where the 5% is. It says a couple of low top supercells may develop later today. A brief tornado or instance of marginally severe hail or wind may occur. The severe threat should be isolated, brief, and localized. A watch is unlikely. There's a 20% chance of there being a watch, so you probably won't get a watch here. I wouldn't be surprised if this tornado risk went down to 2%. Let me check whenever the next one is, whenever the next severe outlook is. I believe it's just in a couple minutes. Let's see. Yeah, it's in 5 minutes. So we get a new outlook in 5 minutes. So stay tuned for that. I would expect that tornado risk to go down to 2%. I don't know. I can't see much energy building up here as we have these showers that have been coming through all day, which is what was forecasted. So not really sure how this energy is gonna get in here. The bit rate is higher. Okay, hold on. That's okay. Who really cares? Um, News reporter back with another great report. Thank you, thank you. So let me see if I can get some video of that severe thunderstorm that was down here earlier. Let me just look for that real quick. And then look at the models in a minute to see whenever this should ramp up. Let's see if there's anything that's really going on. Doesn't look like there's any video of it. I don't think that there was. Yeah, let me look up. Checking out the severe weather. Yeah, okay. So there wasn't any video of the severe weather. Alright. Hold up. Just a second. I'm gonna look if there's anything else that has been posted. And if not, then we're gonna look at the models and see whenever this really ramps up. Hold up. We're playing people on Discord. Alright. Give me 1 second. Alright, give me a second here. Sorry that this is taking a little while to get started up. I just saw the severe thunderstorm and I thought that it was starting, but it looks like it hasn't really yet. Right over here from Colin in Albany, California, some scud clouds. Here is another picture of those scud clouds. Alright, let me look at the soundings real quick. See what's going on. And then in 1 minute, we do get the new severe outlook. I don't even know if they like launch soundings in Northern California, but we'll see. Alright, they do. But it's near San Francisco, it looks like. That's pretty near there. Let's see. Pretty terrible cape there, but this is at 7 a.m. But pretty terrible cape there. The shear is decent. Here, let me. This is the 12Z sounding, or 7 a.m. Eastern time, which would be it's 4 a.m. there. But there you go. Some terrible cape then, which it was the morning hours, so I don't see why not. Shear is pretty decent though. So if we do get something going, it might have a brief tornado for sure. Let's see what y'all saying in chat. It's gonna deteriorate pretty fast. All right. Caroline Chasers, Bryce, how's it going? Going pretty good. What about you? New update for the Outlook. Yeah, it should be out. Let me check that. Normally takes a little bit. Yeah, it's not loading on my end yet. Normally takes quite a bit for it to load in. Alright, let me look at the models. The HRRR, my favorite model. Okay, yeah, here we go. So here's the HRRR, which this is what's going on like right now. So this is the first forecast hour. So this is what's going on right now. You can see those cells down there in kind of like Southern California a little bit. And then up here it's kind of just a mess. But if we go an hour into advance, this 22Z. So this is about an hour from now. As you can see, more cells start to pop over here. They start to be more isolated. And then as you go through here, as you can see, then there's definitely more cells. I don't see anything really that screams right there. Here, let me just look at this. This normally doesn't really mean much, but okay, yeah. So if we would get a tornado, it'd probably be in like 2 hours or something. Let me look at the storm relative helicity. Kind of going to deteriorate actually. So it's like the most right now, but then once the storms actually get here, it will deteriorate. See the Cape. Yeah, the Cape, like our main region of focus is like right there. Not really there. I mean, it's down there south. We look at sounding. Decent Cape. The shear is pretty decent too. All right. Yeah, the Cape should get there later. It looks like. You don't know what Cape is? It's basically just energy for the thunderstorms. Simplest way to put it. All right, and then my favorite is the energy helicity index. Basically combines the Cape and the helicity. Okay, yeah, so right there. At 1.1 reading. Yeah, so it's basically just like marginal for everything. Marginal Cape, marginal shear. The new outlook is probably here, so let's look at that. Not here. Not sure what's happening. They're probably taking a minute to look at the new model runs. So let's see. That one looks pretty nice. There's not really much going on, if I'm going to be real. I never saw why this was a 5% tornado risk. I feel like it seems more like a 2% to me, but that's not up to me. See what's going on over here on the radar. Let's see, down here by San Francisco, we got a special weather statement near the coast. It looks like it's for wind gusts of 50 to 55. Not much going on. Really, the most interesting of these storms that are about to go over the mountains, so they're about to die. Go up here. There's not much going on right now. And then, let's see. Yeah, it looks kind of interesting, but like, I don't know. I feel like the parameters not really there. Definitely at least some risk for sure. You're the Weather Channel on your TV. Nice. See what else is going on over here. The flash floods down here are going pretty crazy. Here's one of them. Crazy river. Also, these mountains are gonna get even more snow now. Like here, if we go to the winter weather radar, second that these hit the mountains, they're just snow. Right? See what y'all are saying. Let's see. Yeah, definitely a just in case risk, I feel like. Well, I mean, not entirely just in case. There's definitely something that definitely could happen, for sure. The almighty NATO cast has a 3% here, and then that like darker green is a 2%. That gray is like a 1%. So definitely would be like north of Sacramento is where your highest risk would be. Just based on that, but also based on models, I feel like. I don't know where this new convective outlook is. Oh. The newest convective outlook was an hour ago. I was looking at the wrong time. Oh, I'm sorry. We don't get a new one of those for like 3 more hours. But anyways, you got a slight risk over here with a 5% tornado, 2% in the other areas. Your 5% tornado, you got Sacramento, Roseville, Elk Grove, Citrus Heights, and Chico. And then you also got that 5% wind risk and a 5% hail risk. Let's see. Oh yeah, so it's updated at 20C. Let's see. The offshore cyclone is weakening, it looks like. The flow is still from the south, though. So they're definitely getting a lot of warm temperatures coming up there. So the shear is still really nice. So the big question with this is if storms will actually like get forced to fire. Like if it will be like isolated a whole bunch or not. I've only been looking at one model so far today, which is not a good thing to do. So I'm gonna look at some other models. How about the model that 100% accurately depicted the Illinois event just a couple weeks ago? The RRF or the RRFSA. Bad at saying numbers today. All right. So let's see this. So there's that convection there, and you got some cells. So it looks like it would just be like many, many hours of just like cells. Maybe like one or two of them will be supercells. So I guess that's why it's a 5% risk. It's because it's many, many hours of this. So it's like a 2% risk, but it's a 2% risk for like 12 whole hours. And then the NAM. Normally the NAM doesn't do that great of a job here in North Carolina. The big outlier. Where is that showing the 11Z? So around 3 a.m. there. Okay. Why not? Let's just look at the significant tornado parameter. It's definitely showing like the highest risk being right now. Sounding near Sacramento right over here. That is showing quite a lot of Cape actually. I mean, the surface Cape is almost 2,000. That's crazy. A whole lot of shear. Looks like the HRRR might be an outlier for California as well. Kind of showing some crazy stuff. Let's look at the RRFS. Yeah, it's definitely also showing the highest risk being like right now. Yeah, that's showing lower Cape levels and lower shear. And then the HRRR, look at this significant tornado parameter. Right there, wow. Like a big spot right there. Tornado, yeah. That's showing a lot more shear though. That's the 18Z HRRR, not the latest HRRR. Alright. And then, yeah, let's look at what's going on the radar. Looks like it's not much. That camera is just engulfed in the rain. There might be snow. Looks like it's snow, I think. Probably like a mix of rain and snow. If anything else has gone on, really? Not really. So far it's kind of been a boring event. There's no like real time on whenever this will start, so kind of weird. But like if there was a chance, it would be around in the next 3 hours. I can't wait for tornado season in Kansas. Yeah, y'all should be in for quite a lot, especially eastern Kansas. Y'all should be in for a lot this year. What's happening? We're just going over the severe weather risk in California. You got a 5% tornado risk. And the reason why it's 5%, I think, is because it's going to be like a whole entire 12 hours where you have a chance of a tornado. There you go. The Cape. Yeah, the Cape is pretty terrible. That's my URL. For this website, yeah. There you go. Pivotal weather. Uh, Maybe they should issue a watch. They're not gonna issue a watch like unless they see that the conditions are right for a tornado. Like right now, the conditions are not right for a watch, but like if a tornado does happen, they probably will issue a tornado watch. But if nothing happens, like if it continues to just stay this way, they will definitely not. That's what happens a lot. Like if one tornado happens, they're like, oh yeah, the conditions are right for tornadoes, so then they do issue a watch. But if it's like hesitant, then they probably won't. Uh, the latest um the latest mesoscale discussion right over here says a 20% chance of a watch. Yeah. But yeah, as you can see here, I don't know why we haven't looked at surface maps yet. That's kind of weird. These storms are firing on an occluded. I haven't even looked at the surface maps, but it's firing on a occluded boundary. Does anyone have like a good website for surface maps? Alright, see you, Kansas Gamer. I don't really have a good website for surface maps. Oh, just found one. There we go. Alright, so yeah, these storms are on an occluded stationary boundary. Alright, it's weird. But as you can see, the flow is definitely from the south. Dew points in some places have reached the 50s, but like once you get up here, it's 49, 50, 45 right there, 50. So like right here, you got like your 50 dew point all the way down here too, which is probably why we have the sea. That's probably why we've seen the greater storms down here, is because the dew points down here 57, 56. Definitely better dew points. Alright, this was at 18Z, so not all too long ago. Alright, it doesn't really look like anything's happening right now. I mean, we don't even have any special weather statements right now. So I might end the stream for now. Probably won't start it up later. So if you do want like live updates on the storms, be sure to follow me on Twitter. Here, let me send my Twitter. There you go. And then also, if there's something big, I'll post it on a YouTube announcement. So yeah. But if you do want like live tornado warnings, stuff like that, severe warnings, or like live video or whatever, follow my Twitter right over there. But I think I'm gonna end this as nothing's really happening right now. Check out this camera. It's just the only camera that there really is. But yeah, that's all. So I'm gonna see y'all. Be sure to follow Twitter, or else you might miss out. But that's really all. So I'll see you guys. Bye.